Good day, subscribers, and welcome to Moementum channel. My name is Mo, and in this video, we have an exciting video for you. Wealthsimple Trade has finally launched its fractional share option added to their portfolio and to their stock brokerage account. A few days ago, we announced that Wealthsimple Trade had a plan to actually release this feature, and at the time it was just announced, and we brought it to your attention. And I'm glad to let you know that today, as of today, this service is actually offered, and investors have an option to actually go ahead and buy many of the stocks that they are interested in through the fractional shares. Especially, this is very important when you are intending to buy some of those stocks that are actually quite pricey in terms of the price tag that they have. I'm talking about stocks such as Amazon, Google, or even Canadian stocks such as Shopify. You might not have as much funds to actually go and buy one full share, and through this feature you actually get a chance to buy those quality stocks that you intend to, that have done your research, and add them to your stock investment portfolio. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to take a close look at some of the specific nuances and terms and conditions, just so that you're fully aware of this feature, what it allows you to do, what it does not allow you to do. That it's so important. From there on, since it's a new feature, we don't have bought any shares through fractional shares through Wealthsimple Trade, but there was such a similar service through Interactive Brokers Canada that I've used in the past. So I'm gonna provide a quick demo of how I maximized the service of buying fractional shares to actually grow a portfolio to a decent size and actually make great returns. So I think it's the same concept. It can actually be applicable to Wealthsimple Trade. Walk you through that transparently. I think it's a good demo for you to know what are the possibilities. All right, without any further ado, let's get into this. So this is the email that we got this morning from Wealthsimple. There are more ways to trade with fractional shares, and they're introducing that you can now invest with as little as $1 to buy and trade on Canada's only platform that offers fractional shares for both US and Canadian stocks. Like I mentioned, Interactive Brokers Canada offers that service, but they do charge, and I don't think that's actually truly a Canadian brokerage account. What stocks can you invest in? There's a list of stocks that are available at this stage. It's not for every single stock, so you want to make sure that check in here and see what stocks are offered through this service. And it's a small list to begin with, but I would imagine Wealthsimple Trade over time is going to expand on this list. For Canadian stocks, Shopify, Royal Bank of Canada, Toronto Dominion Bank, and Canadian National Railway, ticker symbol CNR, are among the Canadian stocks that are at this stage available for fractional orders. As for US stocks, there's a longer list. It's not just, of course, any stocks that you can imagine. Interactive Brokers Canada obviously offers a much larger variety, but keep in mind here, there's no commission whatsoever for buying any Canadian stocks. So there's definitely that advantage there. So for US stocks here, we have Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Netflix, Tesla, Airbnb, Coinbase, Nvidia, and Facebook. How does it work? It's not yet offered on their web browser. You need to download the latest version of the Wealthsimple Trade app. And for those eligible stocks, a fractional order type will be available that you can select from there. And once submitted, this is an important piece of information. Once you submit an order for a fractional buy, it will be executed and fulfilled at the end of the trading day or the next available trading day. When you place a fractional buy order, you will be asked to enter the amount you're willing to pay, and will give you the estimated quantity you'll get, but it will be processed at the end of the day. You can enter any amount, of course, you want, $250, as little as $1. And because this order would not be executed until the end of the trading day, you won't know exact quantity of shares you will get until it's filled. But when placing a fractional sell, you'll be asked to enter the quantity of shares you're willing to sell, and they will estimate the value you'll get. You'll enter any quantity, whether it's 1.2 shares, half a share, or even as little as 0.1 shares. So for buying, you specify this fraction of amount of dollar value that you want to spend, and for selling, you specify the specific portion of the share that you are willing to sell. As I mentioned earlier on, I've used this service, similar type of service, on Interactive Brokers Canada, and I'm going to share with you this portfolio. This was the portfolio I started from, pretty much from zero. I think I deposited the initial deposit of around $500, and from there on, now you see it is sitting at close to $4,284. This is actually a US dollars account. When I opened this account with Interactive Brokers Canada, I wanted to maintain truly a US dollars account. That being said, my deposits are in Canadian dollars, but I get to actually convert them into USD to really buy majority of the US dollar stocks or companies that I would really want to buy through the power of the fractional buys. I'm going to show you how's been the performance of this account. It's actually been quite impressive. If you look at the 1 year return, you notice here our 1 year return is sitting at 34%. Our year-to-date return is at close to 7%, 6.5%. Our 1 month return is showing to be 6.62. Our 7-day return is negative 0.61%. That's our overall portfolio return over the span of time frames. Let's also take a close look at our positions with this portfolio. You see majority of our holdings are actually in US dollars. In fact, all of our holdings are in US dollars except for one company that we're going to take a close look at it. And I'm going to list them from our best performing to our worst performing in terms of overall unrealized profit and loss. Our overall best performing position here is with Tesla. We have 0.64 fraction of a share of a Tesla. We built this over time, of course. It's not that we just bought at one fraction. We built it over time, $10 at one time, another $10 another time, and overall, this is where we are. Our average purchase price for Tesla is at $404.83 per share per se, and the last trading price for Tesla was at $654.30, and that gives us an unrealized gain of $159 US. So if we were to sell our overall position, 0.64 fraction of a share of Tesla, today at this price, we would have banked $159 US. That's pretty impressive, huh? Next, the best performing position is Nvidia. It's showing a unrealized gain of 47% or $248. Just impressive. We have a larger portion of Nvidia. We have 0.97 fraction of a share. With Disney, we have exactly one share. And it is showing a positive return of 40%. Adobe, we have fractional share of 0.61. It's showing a 30% return. Next, we have Apple. It is showing a 2.95 overall, fraction of a share. So close to 3 shares. We've gradually bought more shares of Apple. It's showing a 28% positive return. Amazon, we have 0.10 fraction of a share. Now with Amazon, look at the price, $3,682 US. There was no way for us to easily fork out that much of money in US dollars and go buy one share of Amazon. So through the power of fractional share, you can actually go ahead and buy. And even that fractional share, it's very tiny, but that tiny investment is already showing 17% return or $53 US dollars return, which is impressive, I would say, for such a small portion of investment. So this is truly the power of fractional shares and how you can maximize that. All Realty Income, it's a dividend paying stock, so we wanted to own some of that. We have 1.60 fraction of a share. It is showing a positive return of 15%. Netflix, we have 0.68 fraction of a share. It's showing a positive return of 13%. Costco, we have 0.52 fraction of a share, 12% return or $23 or $24. Twilio, we've been trying to add more to our Twilio shares. We have 0.40 fraction of a share. It's showing 11%. NEO, we have 1.89 fraction of a share. It's showing a positive 7.1%. TSM or Taiwan Semiconductor, it's one of our recent additions, probably span of the past 1 week. It is already showing a positive return of 4.9%, or because the amount of invested is actually super small, that means only about 50 cents return. Okta, we tried to add to our positions. We have now 1.30 fraction of a share. It's showing a barely negative return of 0.62%. Alibaba, We've been adding to our shares. Now we have 0.14 fraction of a share, or negative 3%. Plug Power, it is one of our other negative holdings here. It is showing a negative return of 15% for our 3.40 fraction of a share, or roughly around $16 in negative territory. And our worst performing is actually Canadian stocks, a very good food. It's actually the Make Good Food, a good food company. We have 71 shares, and it is showing a negative 38%, or $140 Canadian dollars in negative loss. But been trying to add gradually to our shares. Not too bullish on this, so we'll wait until the dust settles. If the stock kind of settles and we feel that it's actually reached almost the bottom, we might be adding more shares. I think most recently we added a couple more shares to our very good food at the price of around $33 and around 30 cents or 35 cents. But obviously it's going to continue to go down. We're not in a big rush to add more shares, and necessarily our average purchase price is at $5.24. We're going to keep an eye on it and see where things takes. One thing I would flag for you as well is that with Interactive Brokers Canada, although they charge a fee, the difference is that your orders are fulfilled throughout the day. So it's not waiting until the end of the day to fulfill, unlike Wealthsimple Trade, that it seems that they're only offering it at the end of the day. And the other piece is that you have access to a much larger variety of stocks to pick from. Pretty much if any company or stock that I had thought about really wanting to add to my portfolio, they had the option for fractional shares. So there's another advantage there. They do charge currently a fee, I think roughly about $10 a month. They charge as a fee, so that's something that you have to keep in mind. Unlike Wealthsimple Trade, that as far as my understanding goes, for Canadian dollars, you don't pay any fee whatsoever, and there's no recurring fee that they charge. So there's that difference there. But we wanted to show you Interactive Brokers just as a kind of a idea of how the fractional share buying and selling can be very lucrative. We haven't sold any of our shares whatsoever. We've only bought through fractional buys, but you see the potential and the limits that comes with it. So we wanted to transparently share that with you. I hope you found this video beneficial and you gained something of value from it. If you are interested to kind of open an account with Wealthsimple Trade and you don't have one, be sure to use our referral link that we provided in the description of the video. This way you get to get a bonus reward through Wealthsimple Trade and take advantage of that. If you found this video beneficial, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from the video as well. And of course, subscribe to Moementum channel. Here on Moementum, we post every week various videos about investing and financial freedom. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time.